before the carnage, a school security guard uh, saw the kid and engaged him, and the security guard was injured, and the cops were contacted, and the cops got there rather quickly, and the cops were injured, and after he injured the security guard, and after he injured the cops, he then went into the school and killed 21 people. Okay, so even with the cops having been notified, he still was able to pull it off. Okay, and of course the cops eventually killed him. Oh, I should say Border Patrol killed him. And so anyway, being an armed security guard, being a cop with a gun, doesn't necessarily guarantee that you're going to be able to prevent any sort of carnage. And so people need not have so much faith in the quote unquote good guys with guns. Because good guys with guns sometimes get outgunned even by an 18-year-old who only purchased guns less than a week ago. Okay, I don't know how much experience he had with guns before that, but he had only turned 18 very recently and bought his guns less than a week before the mass shooting. So he was able to buy them and learn how to use them very quickly and then do this mass shooting. Okay. And so a cop or security guard who has been trained to use a gun and who carries a gun every day legally, well, they won't necessarily be able to save you. Okay. And so all this talk about how you need to have good guys with guns in order to defeat bad guys with guns, well, that logic doesn't really work. Okay, it's illogical. Um, but I've already made my main point, which is that last point on the sheet of paper that I have in front of me and my notes here, which is again that we just don't have uh, freedom of thought, freedom of speech, that we do need to rein in some of what people think, at least when they say it, and so, yeah. Um, and that, I guess, is a grim reality, but it's one we're going to have to grapple with. And if we don't grapple with it, then we're just going to have more and more of these mass shootings. And when we get around to the 25-year anniversary of Columbine, on April 20th of 2024, we're going to be looking back and talking about our failures. And of course, within these next 2 years, we're bound to have a lot more mass shootings. And what can I tell you? People just don't seem like they want to learn and develop a logic in terms of what hasn't worked and what could work. They don't want to juxtapose these different shootings so as to tease out the hard, ugly lessons. And so that's why it takes guys like me to take you there. But with that, I'm going to sign off and go to sleep. I have to get up and go to work in the morning. But before I do, uh, well, this news is actually not about this shooting. Wait. Here we are. We're going back to it. Okay, just went from baby formula over to the shooting again. All right. But I'm not gonna wait for them to come back on. I'm gonna go ahead and turn things off and go to sleep. All right. This is a very different kind of program. Oops, I silenced it, but I didn't turn it off. Okay, there we go.